Hey everyone, it's Gary House, the Outdoor Cook, Cooking Everything Outdoors show. Today, I'm plank cooking. And I'm cooking stuffed pork loins. Think you're gonna like it. Gary House, the Outdoor Cook, Cooking Everything Outdoors show. I hope you try this at home. Plank cooking. These grilling planks are from grillingplanks.biz. And this show is due to the very generous donation of these cooking blanks. I'm only using 2 today. These are cedar. They're about 6 inches wide, 12 inches long, and about a ½ inch thick. And this particular blank has been soaked for probably 3, maybe 4 hours, and which is a perfect time for this blank. Cedar is pretty soft wood, and it absorbs the moisture really quick. But on a harder wood, you're going to have to do it for much longer. It takes a lot longer to get the water soaked in. So to get things started, I've preheated my grill. It's on high right now. It's at 500 degrees. I'm going to turn it down a bit and get everything down to about medium. And I'm going to be using indirect heat. And what I want to do is I want to pre-cook or burn or start one side of this. The cooking side is going to be face down on my grill for about 5 minutes. And what that's going to help do is release some of the cooking smoky smells and odors first. And then we're going to flip that over, I'm going to oil it, and I'll put my food on top of that. And you'll see that. Let's get this on the grill. Okay, so while that's going, let's get our recipe going here. These are really nice 1 inch thick pork, maybe a little more than 1 inch thick, but 1 inch thick pork loins, center cut. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a pocket in it. Now, you could either cut a pocket on this side and stuff it in, or you can do it on the fat side. I'm actually going to do it on the fat side because I want these sitting down on the planks like that, and I want the fat to drip over the meat and into the stuffing. And the stuffing that I'm going to use is just a simple bruschetta stuffing, and actually we had this left over from last night. It is some oregano, some regular stuffing, some tomatoes, some salt and pepper, and some onion in there, I believe. And that's what I'm going to use to stuff this. And it's also, I'm going to mix up some mozzarella in this so we get some cheesiness in the inside. And then real close towards the end of the cooking, I'm going to put some mozzarella on the top. So hang on just a minute there, let's get this going. So let's take our bruschetta filling that we have here, and I'm going to add some mozzarella cheese to it and get this mixed up. There's probably maybe a quarter cup of mozzarella cheese I just added to this. Alright, so we have that ready. Let's cut our pockets. I'm just using a paring knife. It's got an extremely sharp tip on it, so make sure that when you cut these that you are being extra careful. Lay your meat down flat. Don't try to pocket it this way. And basically I just want to cut a pocket that's going to allow me to stuff it. So being very careful. Cut this open. And try my best not to go all the way through, and also not to hit any body parts. Once that's started, just go in there and play with it a little bit more and get it opened up so that we have a fairly decent pocket in there. It's going to look just like that. So, 3 more to go. Okay. Yeah, got a little too close to the side on that one. Tis what it is. Last one. Plank smoked cooking. Gotta love it. Okay, so I have my pockets. So now what I want to do is I need to give this a little bit of a coating with some olive oil, primarily on the outside. What I want to do is put a seasoning on it, and I want it to stick, and I think it'll stick a little bit better if we have some olive oil on there. This olive oil is also going to help it brown up a bit. And you know what? Olive oil imparts just a little bit of flavor that I really like that. This is just an extra virgin olive oil. Nothing terribly fancy. Okay, we have our pockets cut. We've coated our pork loins with olive oil. Now I'm going to season them up, and I'm going to be using a Camp Chef, the Log Cabin Grub seasoning. It's a great, kind of like a barbecue seasoning, if you will. I really like it. I've had it on a few things. So let's give these a little bit of a coating on the outside here. Alright, nice. So now we need to stuff. That's our bruschetta mix. And just cram in there as much as you can get in there. A couple heaping tablespoonfuls, I would think, is about what we're looking at. You can hear in the background my cedar plank popping. That's getting itself all ready to go. You could really do any kind of stuffing you want. This is leftover stuffing, so you know, why not? Wild rice would be absolutely awesome in this. Portobello mushroom stuffing would be over the top, I would think. So one more to go here. And what am I getting? About 3 heaping teaspoons and tablespoonfuls in each one of these. I didn't season the inside of the pocket. Just chose not to. No method, no madness, no reasoning. Kaboom! It's just what I chose to do. Okay, so those bad boys are stuffed. Let's set this aside. Get our plank out. And we're going to get it ready for cooking. Oh boy, that smell of cedar wood is just incredible. Now you can see it's burnt up a bit right there. It's ready to go. I want to put some olive oil on this bad boy. And did I bring a brush? Oh, no. Of course I did not. So that's just soaking that all up. Hot. Bailey's smelling the food, thinking she's going to get some. Get this plank thoroughly covered here. Okay. So now this is ready to go back on the grill. It's going to go just like this, but the oil side up. So that oil is going to impart some flavor to it. It's also going to keep the food from sticking, and it will keep the cedar from burning a tremendous amount. So let me get that on there, then I'm going to put the pork on top of this. Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to insert a wireless thermometer so I can be able to check the temperature as it cooks. So let's get our wireless thermometer. This one is the Camp Chef wireless thermometer, and this has been provided to us by our sponsor, Camp Chef. You can visit them at campchef.com. And it's a pretty basic little unit. It's a great price point. And for what we're doing, this is going to be flawless. So, what we need to do first is get the temperature probe and the meat. We want that in the meat, not in the seasoning or the stuffing. So now we're going to close this up and let it cook. What I want to do is maintain a temperature of about 300 to 400 degrees, and this shouldn't be too difficult to do. I'm not exactly sure how long this will take, but we'll give it a shot. Make sure you keep your spray water bottle handy, because you will have flare-ups on your plank. It's very, very possible. This is not for trying to put out a flare-up of grease in the bottom of your barbecue. This is just for spraying the plank in case you get a flare-up there. So, word of caution here is that while you're plank cooking, you do not want to go wander off, wander away, go on the other side of the house, because this can catch on fire. They do catch on fire, and that can be very dangerous. So do not leave your barbecue unmonitored. Have some spray, have some water around, and be safe, be smart, and do it the right way. Okay, it's time to get the veggies going. What I have is an assortment: peppers, mushrooms, tomatoes. These are really just leftovers again from pizza that I made. And how I'm going to prepare that is about as basic as you can get. I just want to put these in a bag. And I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil. Try not to overdo it as usual. Not about that. I'm going to give these a good mix, or a good toss. And to complement our stuffed pork loin, I'm going to use the same Camp Chef log cabin grub spice seasoning. We will pair those flavors together differently. Once I have that mixed up, we'll now get the plank out. I'm going to put just a little bit of olive oil on here. Hot, hot, hot. This did not... that's really hot. Burning myself pretty good. But that's what happens when I forget a brush twice. Okay. Enough to suffer with. Let's get this plank back over the heat. Oh, the cedar, just what a wonderful smell on the grill. I'm just going to pile them on there. Get those mushrooms and those peppers. Tomatoes. Oh man. We're just going to get all this smoked up. Get some more mushrooms on there. It's my favorite. And what's going to happen is these are going to pick up that nice smoky cedar planks taste and smell, and it's going to be good. Pork's almost done. We're really close. Well, that just about says it all. That has got to be the most gorgeous chunk of food on the planet right about now. Cedar plank just rocks. Hey, if you'd like to try these planks out, you want to go to grillingplanks.biz. It's www.grillingplanks.biz. And this is Gary House, the Outdoor Cook, and I'm signing off with this. Eat your heart out, baby.